Hello everybody. I have decided I wanted to try fruits and veggies. Not necessarily that I haven't had before, but that I've never made or brought home. So I'm going to do that along with talking about grief. I know there's some people that talk about it, which is great, but it's not talked about enough. And it's always good to just share stories so people are more comfortable to talk about it. Hopefully help them through it, because the best way through it is to talk about it. Sad but true. So I have a pomegranate. I've never brought it home and cut it myself. I've always either bought the seeds or had something flavored pomegranate. Oh wow. Okay, so it did work. Cutting off the top and then scoring it where it's natural like things are. I mean, pomegranate is everywhere. Okay, so these are a lot better. So usually I'll be honest, whenever I have pomegranate seeds, they're too hard or they're really hard. So I've never understood the love of them. But these are fruit, juice packed. Okay, let's get cozy. I'm kind of recording. I was eating the pomegranate seeds, which they are so good. But I was eating them the whole time, the last record. So we're just gonna try this again. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of talk about everything from day one on, and we'll do little by little each week. Trigger warning for everyone. Talking about death, talking about some more personal things. It might be some too soon for some people, and that's okay. Everyone's at different spots in their life and grief process, so take of it what you will. And of course, these are my opinions. What I personally went through, what my family went through, is by no means telling you what you're going through is wrong or right. This is just my personal experience, and I like to share it to hopefully help people feel like they're not alone and what they're feeling is crappy and crummy, but it's fully normal in this grief process, because there is no set process. Everyone goes through different phases, different times, different amounts of time, maybe multiple times. I should say, one of my favorite quotes is, "Healing doesn't happen in a straight line," and that is very true. It is just messy. Okay, so day one, I'm talking about my mom coming home from hospice, coming home in hospice to our home from Rochester. It probably was a little less than a week, actually. She came home after being in the hospital. After Thanksgiving was our last holiday with her, and she was with it. But when we brought her home, she was not. We wanted her to be where she loved to be, surrounded by family. So when she passed, what I wasn't expecting, what I didn't realize, is that they would have to come and take her body. You never think of that. And them having to put her in a body bag. So me and one of my sisters did not want to see that. So we huddled in our kitchen with our dog while they took her away. I didn't realize how hard it would be being separated from her physical body. That was something I wasn't prepared for either, that also triggered something and made me very emotional after her physical body left our house. That was tough. Then after that, we would plan the funeral through her will. I will also do a FYI. If you do a will, try and be as specific as you can, or as you're making it, because vague instructions are tough on a family. We did good, but we're so paranoid that we weren't doing exactly what she wanted because it was so vague. And it pretty much just said, whatever Jim decides, which is my dad. And he's like, what? So that is very helpful if you can. You just want to do right by them. And you're so terrified. So like, you're so terrified to do something wrong. You want to do right by them. So you want it to be the best possible and what they would want. So you do your best. I don't remember a ton of that time. Kind of blocked it out, I think. The only thing I remember of the funeral is the songs because that's what I knew and I really helped pick out. Because it was, right before Christmas time and she loved Christmas music and she always had songs that she loved too. We're kind of religious people. So I knew what songs to expect. That was great, but I don't remember anything other. Other thing that I do remember is that we took a picture and I remember being like, are we gonna smile? Why does it feel so wrong to smile, but yet, like, what else would you do? Just stone-faced? I remember just, like, over-analyzing it, overthinking that. Like, do I smile? It's so weird. Because it didn't feel right. And the weeks following, smiling did not feel right in any circumstance. Following that too, people are great during hospice soon after, making sure you're okay, bringing food, that was great. And no fault of anybody, but after like 2-3 weeks after funeral, things die down. You don't hear from people as much. Nobody's fault, that's just what happens. And that's when I felt like the loneliness and everything kind of set in, and that was really tough. Those were really hard days following that. Sitting alone, even if you're with people, you felt so alone because you felt like your world stopped, but the world keeps turning and everyone keeps moving on, and you're not. Like, the world's moving, but you are not moving, and like emotionally and mentally, you are stuck for a while, and you don't know how to go forward. And it's hard not to get angry at people for not, like, it's not their fault, but you still get angry because you just want everyone to just stop for a minute. Just stop. We need to stop. She's not here anymore. And that's, not the case, sadly. And eventually you start to adjust and come to, but that was a tough process. So I need to stop now. And we'll keep doing this every week. Hopefully going over little divots of grief. But thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully this helps somebody. And I can just keep talking about stuff. But thanks, guys. Bye.